Hello, my loves, and welcome to Scent Essence. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I am going to show you my top 5 for life at the moment. I just feel like it could change, but I think some of these I know would be in this video every year for the rest of my life. Like, I just know that in my heart, especially one of them. Which I'll show you first. And even if, if I did this again next year and a couple of the perfumes changed, I do have a feeling that the scent profile for the most part would stay the same, and like some of my favorite notes that I've just loved since I've gotten into perfume will always be there, will always feature. So yeah, all of these really feel like me, and all of them were really clear to me. When I looked at my collection, I just went with my instinct and they just called to me. Oh my gosh, it's like, it really is. Like, if you know, you know. It's like a spiritual experience with perfume sometimes. It's magical, and it's beyond like rationality to me. It's just, I really do think of scent, like for example the scent of a flower, the essential oil of a flower, let's say jasmine, which is my favorite. Like the essential oil that comes from the jasmine flower is the essence, or you could say the soul of the flower, in its purest form, its essence, and to me, that's what makes perfume so magical, is it's combining and alchemizing the essences of the natural worlds, at least that's the basis for perfumery. And of course now we have all different types of ingredients that we use that don't always come from nature, and that's part of the art of it too. But at its core, I think that's what it is. It's finding the essence of something and connecting to the essence of something, and we all have different souls, and our souls match with the souls of different plants, so for me, like, I just feel like my soul is a match for the soul of the jasmine flower, and we just are one. And you may feel that connection with, with myrrh, with frankincense, like with resins, or with cedarwood or sandalwood. Let me stop. Oh my lord. Okay, let me stop. So, speaking of soul-to-soul communication, this to me is just part of my soul. She is part of my soul at this point. She is, because she is so purely white floral. That is all I get from this pure white floral bliss. Jasmine and tuberose bliss. It is intoxicating. It is mysteriously feminine and beautiful and alluring. I mean, she is to me just like the queen of all of the jasmine slash tuberose slash white floral scents that I've put my nose on. She reigns supreme at this point in my life, and yeah, I know that I'm just drawn to this type of DNA that's pure white florals, because the first sort of version of this that I ever smelled was Gucci Bloom, and I fell in love with it, but I didn't want to get a Gucci perfume, and that was also before I knew about like Mercari and stuff. Like, maybe I would have gotten it secondhand, but yeah, so I tried so many different things. I tried the dossier version of Gucci Bloom. I just searched for like alternatives for so long and I could never find anything. And then I smelled this on someone and it gave me the exact same feeling of like intoxication that I got when I smelled Gucci Bloom. And yeah, they are similar. They're just pure white floral, pure tuberose jasmine scents. And this one is compared. They are compared to each other, like on Fragrantica. So I think that they are similar to other people as well. But yeah, if you love that kind of scent profile, I highly recommend this. And this is the EDP. This is Dosan EDP from Diptyque. Not to be confused with the EDT, because I find the EDT very different. It has some other notes in there that I feel like, just for me personally, for my taste, they take away from the purity of the white florals, and they just add some other elements which I think other people might really enjoy. But just for me, I just want her like this. Just white floral bomb. But yeah, it doesn't feel, to me, it doesn't feel dated like a vintage white floral perfume. It feels timeless. It also doesn't feel like really modern, you know, it just feels timeless and iconic. So this was an easy choice for my top 5. Okay, next up is Borabora from Giardini de Toscana. And this is newer to my collection, but I just find her to be stunning, beautifully feminine, honeyed, creamy white florals, as well as ylang ylang. So it's more of a mix of florals, but it is definitely white florals as well. And that is exactly how I would describe it, just honeyed florals. It doesn't smell like honey, but it smells like the texture of honey is like dripping over the flowers, or the flowers are like oozing like a honey like nectar. It's just silky, creamy, smooth florals, and part of what's adding to that honeyed warmth and smoothness is the base notes. There's vanilla and caramel, which I'm not really a caramel fan, so it doesn't, to me, it doesn't come across as like a gourmand caramel. It just adds a smoothness, like a honeyed quality. Again, I'm just repeating the same words, but yeah, it's just a amazingly well blended perfume. Like, I'm honestly, this one just blows me away. I just feel like the craftsmanship, the notes in here, they're singing, you know, they're singing together. They've melded together. It's sweet. It's just, again, addictive. Like an addictive, feminine, alluring white floral scent. And I would say this one is definitely, again, this one's more pure white florals, and this is more florals with all these other elements that are just melding into the florals and boosting them and just helping them to sing, to bring out those sweet qualities. So yeah, some similar notes, but very different in the way they come across. push this back. Next is Eau de Merveilles Bleue from Hermes. And this is a beautiful marine scent. So it smells like salty ocean air and driftwood. I think driftwood is one of the notes, and I somehow really get that. I think patchouli is the other note listed as well, which just, I think, helps it last and also kind of lends itself to that, like, not petrichor because it's not wet earth, right? It's like sand and beach, but yeah, just a little bit of like an earthy, raw, natural quality that just supports this overall feeling of like the ocean and the earth and the wood. And yeah, it doesn't really come across to me like very like an obvious patchouli. It just feels like it's supporting the perfume, if that makes sense. And it is very long lasting for me, so I think that probably is part of the reason why, the patchouli. So yeah, and I love the bottle. These are my favorite kinds of bottles, when they're sort of rounded, and of course blue, because blue is my favorite color. And they look like nature, you know. I love that. That's like my favorite kind of bottle, like the Armani Acqua di Gioia, Ocean di Gioia bottles. I love that so much. So I love everything about this perfume. It's definitely more unisex than any of my other perfumes. I think this is the most masculine leaning scent. I don't know, it feels pretty unisex to me, but I think to some people it might come across as masculine. There's not really like a feminine touch in here, you know. It's pretty just unisex. It's just like the ocean, you know. But I love that because I love the ocean, and so anything that reminds me of the ocean in a way that feels really natural and authentic, like I'm there. And this is one of the only scents that I've tried on my hunt for like aquatic and oceanic perfumes that has just worked so well for me. I love wearing this. I just get little whiffs of it throughout the day, and I just feel clean, but like in an oceanic way, right? Not like a shower fresh way, but like I just bathed in the ocean, and I have like a little bit of salty seawater like in my hair, and I'm sitting on the beach on a driftwood log, and I'm just living my mermaid life. But yeah, I could definitely see how this could be too masculine for some people if you're really into more feminine scents. But yeah, for some reason it just works for me. I can't really explain it. And then my little gorgeous bottle. This is Un Jardin sur le toit, also from Hermes. Wow, I just realized that. Yeah, I think these are the only scents from Hermes that I have, but beautiful little bottle as well. Like, I love just simple glass bottles like this that have like a little color in them that represent the scent inside, you know. And this is perfect because it's a very grassy scent, so the green really just gives you that vibe. Oh, again, just so naturalistic smelling. And I find this like these are two gems from like the designer world, because you guys know I struggle with designers sometimes, And I love these. I don't get any of that like designer DNA in here. I just find these to be so unique in that way. I think especially the Jardin collection from Hermes, a lot of people say that. And I've smelled the other ones, and yeah, they were lovely. They're all very unique. There's a pistachio one that's like pistachio and olive leaf or olive tree or something. And that one's so interesting. It's like sort of savory. And I didn't want that one for myself, but I just really appreciated it. I appreciated the artistry, and yeah, there's a few others, but they all just pull on these natural elements so beautifully. And this one is a roof garden. I think that's what it means. I think toit is roof, so garden of the roof or something like that. But yeah, it's grass and rose and apple, I think. Oh, it's like the sweetest grass. Oh my gosh, I love her. It's green, it's crisp, it's sweet. It's like a grass scent without being sharp, you know? It still remains very smooth and well-rounded in my opinion, because I think sometimes grass can be a little bit sharp, or when a scent is like super green, there can be a little bit of a sharpness to it, you know, like when you're inhaling it. But this is just, it's sweetened, and it's all the edges are smoothed out, and it's really, to me, this one's very feminine. I think because of the rose and the apple, it feels very young and fresh, but like anyone could wear this, you know. It's a really versatile scent, and yeah, I I treasure this one, because I just have this little bottle, but I know I should just wear it more. I think I'm going to be wearing it more this spring, because it is a perfect spring scent. Which, speaking of that, let's think about the seasons for these. I think Dosan for me is an all year round scent. Borabora, I think a lot of people categorize this as a summer perfume, or like a warm weather perfume, because of the tropical florals in here maybe. But to me, the warmth and the base of this, and the sweetness of the vanilla and the caramel make it a great floral perfume for the cold weather. And I could see wearing it all year round too, but this would really work for me in the cold weather, and does work for me in the cold weather. So yeah, and then this, of course, I mean, honestly, I would wear this year round as well, so I feel like I chose pretty well with these. But I guess typically it would be seen as more of a summer warm weather scent, because it's so oceanic and sort of refreshing in that way. And then this is definitely spring. Like, this is spring in a bottle to me. You know how people make those videos of like, you know, these perfumes are spring in a bottle? I feel like this is the epitome of spring in a bottle. So yeah. And by the way, these are both, you can get these for a huge discount on like Joma Shop, these Hermes perfumes. So yeah. Okay, and then the last one, this is the one that I said was a little bit harder to choose. Like, I chose those four immediately, and then for the fifth one I was kind of looking at a few different options, and this is the one I ended up going with. And this is Rosie from by Rosie Jane. And this was more of a like a rational choice, where the other ones were like pure instinct. This one was like something I had to think about, and I was like, okay, this would make sense to choose because it's a lovely, simple, easy to wear rose musk scent. Definitely all year round appropriate, and just a little bit softer, I would say, than the rest of these. I mean, for me, these are all pretty easy to wear, but like Dosan, I kind of save her for special occasions, honestly. I love that scent profile, but it's just so special to me, and it's not something that I wear every day, you know? Same with Borabora. These are probably a little easier to wear, but again, they're not like super everyday scents for me. This one is a really easy to wear scent. Like, just if I'm at home, I probably wouldn't want to wear any of those because they're just a little bit stronger, you know? But if I'm at home, just in the house all day, I would totally wear this, and I would feel beautiful and feminine, and enjoy, you know, having perfume on without feeling like I'm having perfume on with like a capital P, you know what I mean? So yeah, and this is also a cleanly formulated scent, which, funny enough, like, for somebody who loves cleanly formulated scents, I only picked one for my top 5. But yeah, I definitely wanted to have one of those in there because this is something I feel really comfortable just putting on my skin, knowing it's safe for my body. And yeah, the others I would try to stick more so to clothing. But yeah, beautiful, simple, clean rose musk scent. Rosie by Rosie Jane. Okay, so that is my top 5, my current top 5, and I'm really happy with those, and I just am too excited. I have to share one more thing with you guys. I was gonna do this at the beginning, but I got too excited and I started talking about souls and plants and jasmine and but my scent of the day is this decant from Scentbird, and this is a Gucci perfume called Memoire d'une Odeur. I have no idea how to pronounce that, but I could not resist. When I discovered this perfume online, I can't remember how I found it, but I might have been looking for chamomile perfumes or something because I love chamomile, and this has chamomile. Chamomile, what does it say here? Chamomile, jasmine, and vanilla, and there's a lot of other stuff going on as well, but just beautiful notes. I think there's some almond in here. This was love at first sniff, and I almost put this in the top 5, but I was like, girl, that is crazy. Today is my first day wearing this, but I instantly fell in love and felt like this is me, like this is speaking to my soul. And so this is something that I would get from Mercari or secondhand, and not directly from Gucci. I don't even know if, I feel like this is an old perfume. I don't even know if Gucci is still selling it, but yeah, I would definitely get this secondhand. And I'm probably gonna get a full bottle eventually. Like, if I run through this, it's gonna go on my wish list because this is just a beautifully executed chamomile perfume, and chamomile, I feel like, First of all, you don't see that note a lot in perfumery, and I think it's a little hard to do a chamomile scent. And I think this is kind of a polarizing scent, if I remember correctly, like on Fragrantica. It's definitely different. Like, I just happen to love chamomile. I love chamomile tea. It's like a tea that speaks to my soul. I think chamomile, like jasmine, is just another plant that is like medicine to me. It just speaks to me, and it's so ultra soothing and nourishing to me. The smell of it, the taste of the tea, and of course the properties of chamomile are soothing, anti-inflammatory, nervine, calming the nervous system, the digestive system, all of that. So yeah, I really love chamomile, and this is just beautiful chamomile scent. And it dries down to like this clean, soft, delicate, slightly sweet chamomile musk. That's what it feels like to me. Oh, it is stunning. This is like another perfect like at-home perfume. I put this on today, and then I just read my book on the couch by the window, and it was just bliss. It was bliss. So yeah, just an honorable mention that this almost went on the list, but yeah, maybe it'll be there next year if I end up getting a bottle. We'll see. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for being here, and until next time, everyone, please take care. Bye.